Hey, what's up? We are live. Clocking in here, doing some Halloween shit. Might as well. I figured I might as well get started with some of the bad shit here. Some bad movies I saw. I saw a really bad movie called Hubie. I don't know what the fuck it is. Hubie Halloween. Oh my god, this was embarrassing. Have to admit it. This was pretty fucking bad. Typical Adam Sandler. Terrible shit. I shouldn't be surprised. Shouldn't be surprised one bit.
Trick or treat, motherfucker.
Yeah, he had some Busta Rhymes doing some karate shit right there. That's pretty bad. That one's up there too, for sure. Although this might have been it's not the worst Adam Sandler movie. Jack and Jill is a lot worse. This is just pretty pathetic. I guess it's not made for me. I think he's really decided to go heavy into a kids market, so at least he could be like, "Hey, it wasn't made for you. It's made for kids. This wasn't supposed to be good." But fuck, I felt like I was wearing Cho jeans watching this.
Said no gag gifts, and Julie gave me chode jeans, and I almost killed myself.
What are Cho jeans?
Chode jeans. They're jeans for a chode. Size 54 waist, 10-inch legs, fucking junk. Julie gave them to me.
It was just a joke.
I almost killed myself, Julie.
Russell.
Yeah, no, I heard how kids love this movie. I had some coworkers who said like, "Oh, my kids love this movie," and I was like, "Oh, okay, that's interesting." And then another coworker said, "No, it's actually like it's pretty good," and I'm like, "Really? Like Adam Sandler? The same Adam Sandler I've seen for the past 20 years?" Yeah, this is not good. This is it's cringe. It's typical. It's typical bad Adam Sandler stuff, but there's a grossness about Adam Sandler that only a few people mention, but it's really bad. Let's watch the trailer for a second if we can.
Well, hello, my ghouls.
Oh, we're not gonna watch this whole thing. Yeah, I'm gonna.
Is he a good guy?
Hubie Dubois is the nicest guy in this town.
She's going to get out of hand.
They did film in Salem, legit there. So at least some of it. I'm sure most of it wasn't, because that witch museum is definitely there. Me and Lovitz were there.
The supermarket selling expired bacon. Janet at the library has not been herself lately. I heard a voice in the soup.
Yeah, you can hear it's a recycled character he's been doing.
I'm sorry, I didn't. Mr. Lambert, is that you? Protect you. No one in Salem is safe tonight. Not cool.
Yeah, you have one of the last movies Ray Liotta has ever done is this movie. This is up there for him. He ended really bad, Ray Liotta. A lot of bad shit, but I wanted to point out that, oh my god, this movie starts off with what is it? The Happy Gilmore, Ben Stiller attendant, like the psych ward. He starts this off, which was a really weird cameo. There's a lot of like Easter eggs to all his other bad crap. The whole character felt like Canteen Boy from SNL mixed with the Water Boy, mixed with whatever boring character you could think of. It wasn't particularly good, but the disgusting part that comes with Adam Sandler movies is this. And you can go through all of them. There's just a gigantic amount of product placement that goes on in all his movies. You could tell like every single thing he does is like bought and sold and paid for. Even think of the good ones. Let's think. I mean, Billy Madison, I think, was a little more before the heyday of him getting that ad cash, but I mean, we know Dunkachino with Al Pacino and Jack and Jill. You can go look that up. But Subway with Happy Gilmore, Popeye's Chicken with Little Nicky. These are just like the ones that come to mind like right off the top of your head. Big Daddy, I think, had McDonald's breakfast. Like, oh, he must just like reach out. Oh, this whole movie was just filled with it. It was filled with it. I kept noticing it. I kept noticing it more and more. I was like looking for it because I know it's Adam Sandler. I know he likes to make that quick ad cash. Yeah, so there's Kit Kats all over this. You even saw that one shot. The trailer had like a room full of candy placement with all the labels facing forward. iPhone, Westminster crackers. I don't know what the fuck that is. I've never heard of that. Yeah, there was Scott toilet paper that was like front and center. Reynolds wrap that because she has her kids dressed up like tinfoil because she's old school, but or was that just in there because they wanted to sell Reynolds foil? Yeah, he rides a bicycle. Oh yeah, there's dog food pedigree. There's a pearl drum set. Payday, which they basically had a close up on this when he eats this Payday camera. There's a close up of the like him eating the candy bar. Like it was like I kept thinking like, wow, like I know you love these ads, but it's not just Subway anymore, like Happy Gilmore. It's like anything he could think of. Yep, Panasonic. They zoomed in on this boombox so you could see the Panasonic logo. Right here, you got an Olay ad. I mean, it doesn't stop. Yeah, Mr. Goodbar. I mean, there was countless Hershey candy references. I'm gonna say Payday is Hershey candy too. I don't know. Minute Maid was a reference. That's yeah. It's like it's all of it. And then I mean, it's like everything Hershey. They just like put on the board. I'm sure they just got to deal with Hershey, and they're like, we'll do whatever. Fluff. This was again a close up when they iced the cookies, and I was thinking like oh, it's iced the cookies. It's Halloween. And then I was like, "Oh, they brought out fluff." Like, I don't think you really ice cookies with fluff. That's a marshmallow thing. That's not like a buttercream or a cookie icing like that. That doesn't make sense. But again, some product placement to throw it in there. Yeah, I'm not surprised. And this continues, by the way. We're not done. M&M's, which is not Hershey's, but this is more Lay's chips. Yeah, there are some like little small cameos of advertisements. Who knows if it was real or not? Heinz ketchup, yep, big on the thing. Good and plenty. All the Hershey shit. French's mustard. Wow, it's so crazy to watch this when you see like how much. I'm sure you can do this with every movie where you actually start to look like, oh, they're predominantly showing this in the shot, and yeah, they got some money from that, or at least they got free Heinz mustard for their whole fucking shoot. Yeah, Doritos, I saw that. That wasn't obvious as much. Coca-Cola, Chips Ahoy, Butterfinger inside that hers lens of everything. Joy, same thing there. Yeah, here was that shot. Yeah, in this shot alone, which hangs on this, by the way, for quite a bit. All their product placement candy bars. Yeah, yeah, when you really start to look at this, it's quite crazy. Oh, A1. This is actually specifically mentioned by Adam Sandler's character. He doesn't say, "Can I get some steak sauce?" He says, "Can I get some A1 sauce?" So this was in the diner, specifically mentioned there. The Mattel and Barbie ad, which happened here. Again, everyone was using an iPhone, so you knew their smart. You knew their placement on that. Which I remember, Adam Sandler has had Sony deals before, and they'd have like in this day and age, someone on a Sony Ericsson smartphone. Like, who the fuck's using a Sony Ericsson smartphone in today's iPhone Samsung age? Like, come on, it's bullshit. But yeah, it was rather disgusting, the product placement. And that's funny. You talk about kids liking it, and this is kind of what you get. But I wanted to go through some of the reviews because I like doing some user reviews. I always find it funny. I picked out some user reviews I liked. I went through the good ones and the bad ones. There are quite a few good ones of these, and some of the movies I couldn't really find bad ones. I think just because the movie's not relevant enough. But this one had bad ones. This one had good ones. This is a 10 out of 10 from Kenzie Wins is the username. Okay, you can look them up. I'm sure they're a prolific reviewer. Typical prolific reviewer right there on IMDb. Hilarious comfort movie, 10 out of 10. I love this movie so much. It's one of those movies where you can watch it 10 times and still laugh. Yeah, I don't think I laughed during the one time. And it's like, I don't mind bad comedy movies. I love Dirty Work with Norm Macdonald. Like, I like some bad comedy movies, so I'm not a snob on this, really. If something would've genuinely made me laugh, I would've laughed. I didn't even chuckle. I was just, like, I was trying to, like, look for some comedy in this. I was like, "Alright, people say it's good, I'll check it out. Maybe it'll have a little bit of comedy in it." No, I mean, Adam Sandler's character is always a blast, they say. Yeah, it may not be quote, "realistic." Oh, there's nothing, quote, "realistic" about anything in this, the characters, the dialogue. But did any of us expect that? Well, yeah, a little bit. I mean, if you think actually about Happy Gilmore, that movie is very realistic. Like, I feel like everyone in that movie kinda feels real. Even Happy Gilmore kinda feels real. Sort of feels like a guy who might have road rage after watching a Bruin game, you know? I kinda felt the realism there. Um, Billy Madison, not so real, but Happy Gilmore, Wedding Singer, there's some real vibe to that. If you did, you're a fool. This is a great Halloween movie, and if the humor isn't your cup of tea, then it's just not. Well, you might be right. It just wasn't for me. Wasn't for me. Wasn't for me, yeah, and there was, this thermos joke that kept going on the whole time that I didn't find funny once, and it kept being replayed, and it's like a fantasy element. This thermos can do everything. It's like it can open an umbrella, it's a flashlight, it's a vacuum, it's like I didn't find that funny. I mean, I guess kids might like that, but I didn't find that funny. Um, Ow My Soup is the name of his review from Furnace Funeral. This is a 2020 movie too, so this did come out during, the god awful October. That was 2020. So I do understand if and I will say if this lifted your spirits during that time, then hey, that's cool. But, 10 out of 10, especially if you're in Canada. Jeez, with that fucking Trudeau lockdown. Basically wanted to lock you down forever. Laugh out loud, Adam Sandler's wholesomeness. So happy I watched it, but even happier if it was made in the first place. Yeah, I mean, I feel like this was forced, this movie. I wonder when it was shot. It had to have been shot in 2019, most likely. Probably Halloween 2019, maybe summer 2019. So they had it in the books. They had it ready. Netflix always has this shit ready. My new favorite Halloween film, aside from Charlie Brown, of course. Okay. Okay, so you got a steep bar right there with the Charlie Brown Halloween special for the 1950s. Okay. Favorite Halloween movie. Okay. Um wow, that's your favorite Halloween movie. The 1950s Charlie Brown movie. Okay. That's like I think it's 15 minutes. I don't even know if it's a movie. I think it's a special. I mean, don't get me wrong. I like me some good Charlie Brown. That depressed, bald-headed fuck who's only 8. Yeah, I love it. Something depressing about a bald-headed 8-year-old can't kick a football. I love it, yeah. I mean, I like Charlie Brown. He knows how to hit on the depression. He's like an Eeyore. He's like pre-Eeyore depression animated character. Actually, Trick or Treat is the best Halloween movie. But yeah, that's a horror movie. But that is more of a horror movie, though, right? This is for the whole family. Okay. I mean, if I was a dad and I saw this would not be for me. So I'll say that. Wouldn't be for me. But I'm not a father. Thank God, right? Who knows what I'd do that? I have enough problems giving those off to a kid. Um, Another 10 out of 10. A great, kind-hearted fun for the family movie. Did I read that right? Great, kind-hearted fun for the family movie. I don't know if that's phonetically correct. I don't think it is. Becca Doris wrote this, a 10 out of 10. This is, again, in October 2020. It makes me sad that there's still people in this world that are so critical. Oh, God, I think she's talking about me. Oh, God, I'm having an existential crisis right now. I'm being called out. I'm sure they didn't make this movie hoping for it to be the Oscar-worthy movie. It's just a fun Halloween movie. You clearly didn't watch the end of the movie where the message was to be kind. No, I saw the movie. That was like iterated countlessly. It's easy being a film critic. Yeah, it is. It is. It's true. I mean, making a film is much harder. No, the whole movie's about being kind. Hubie is actually referenced as being so nice over and over and over. It's also where he gets like the typical Adam Sandler trope is where he gets this woman who's way too hot for him, because it's kind of a pathetic character. All right, I get it. I get Adam Sandler can get a hot, you know, 40 something woman because he's Adam Sandler who's got millions of dollars. Um, these crazy Adam Sandler characters that are like nothing people and ridiculous would not get the hot 40 something year old character. That's out of his league. Yeah, but I love this movie. It was cute and funny and had a great message. I don't know if there's much of a message. Um I'd say there's no message actually. I would say that there's no message. There's no real message. The message is product placement. Is what I saw. The message is buy almond joy. Here's another 10 out of 10. Just watch. Don't think. I love that. I love that. Don't think. Don't think about what you're watching. Just drool. Take your Prozac and just drool while you watch the Netflix screen. You know, maybe be hypnotized beforehand. I don't know. Maybe take what is it like? Maybe like a Quaalude, something like that, and just drool and watch the Adam Sandler screen. Maybe put it on an iPad or a phone. I watch this on my phone, like David Lynch loves. I feel like there's some movies I don't want to watch on a big screen. I want to purposely watch it on a phone because it's like this doesn't deserve to be watched on like a big screen. That's what I thought about this movie. I instantly thought like, should I watch this? I have a TV right in front of me. Should I watch? And I was like, no, I'll put up my phone and I'll like have it be real tiny once I want to look at some other shit in the right corner. Yeah, just watch. Don't think. Okay. Enjoy the movie. Oh, you're telling me this is Adam Sandler's movie. So watch, don't thin about this movie. Okay. This is from Dwell Rip Snorter. Oh, also by the way, the old Doyle rules. O'Doyle family is prevalent in this again. I think there's many references. This is the Happy Madison universe, after all. The universe everyone was hoping for and everyone deserves. I guess we all deserve it. That is the truth. We all deserve that Happy Madison universe. We've all probably seen one too many Adam Sandler films in the first place, and that's why he's in this position. It's probably everyone's fault. This is from Ricky9LA. I like you, Ricky9LA. I like this review. 1 out of 10. Warning, spoilers. By the way, this movie's about nothing. So he even says it at one point that his whole, which is funny because it's a one day thing. I instantly it like made me think for like I had to pause it and think about it for a second. His whole being as a character is that he wants to make Halloween safe for people. That's one night out of 365 days. So his whole being is basically one night. I mean, we're talking if he lives until 60 years old or up plus, this is 60 plus days of that. And then you can even count out him being a kid because I don't think that was probably his motivation, but one day of the year is his motivation, which I guess it's, if you want to sell a Halloween movie, that's what you do. You make it all about that. Wow, that was something bad. Yeah, I agree. I usually don't write a lot of reviews. Let's see. Hold on. Let's check this out. Does Ricky9LA write a lot of reviews? No, he doesn't. Ricky9 writes very few reviews. He liked The Gift. Was a fan of The Gift. Yeah, he doesn't do a lot of ratings. Well, he doesn't do a lot of reviews. He does some ratings. I see he gave Exorcist 4. I would have gave that a little better. He gave Azkaban 8. Yeah, that is the best Harry Potter movie. Is the best Harry Potter movie. I usually don't have reviews, but I like to give most films the benefit of the doubt. I mean, that's what I thought with Exorcist. I really came in with such low expectations that I was like, oh, this actually It wasn't bad. I was kinda entertained, and I didn't expect to be entertained. I expected to have, like, an awful time, so that's maybe why I liked it. Oh, yeah, man, have some good time at work, man. Thank you. Yeah, well, watch the replay or something. I'm just doing user reviews tonight. Just me, complaining about Adam Sandler, which probably happens once or twice a year anyway. Maybe a little bit more around Christmas. How come he doesn't have a Christmas movie? This motherfucker should have a Christmas movie. Jesus, this guy could cash in on that. You could throw some serious product placement on that. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he has a. Oh wait, no, he's Jewish. I'm crazy. I've seen his movie. He's got the Eight Crazy Nights movie where it's filled with the product placement. Actually, that movie takes place at a mall for the majority of the time, and like all the stores of the mall are like promoted, like Foot Locker and everything. Oh man, he's just it never stops with Adam Sandler. But I'm still surprised he hasn't done a Christmas movie. I'm sure he could actually play into that as a Jew. Maybe he's against it. I don't know. Sandler's acting slash voice was god awful. Yeah, I don't know what he's trying to do. I guess it was the canteen boy voice. I don't know. He's mining the well. He doesn't have much to do. He's just cashing in the checks now. Yeah, I mean, he had a big deal with Netflix. The deal was like a flat price for like an X number of movies. I think it could have been 10, but it was something millions of dollars. And you know what? I think he was he got in on it early. He got in on the streaming thing early. And these movies again, like Mixaplex is saying, and I've heard it from coworkers, kids like this fucking movie. So it's not like it doesn't do well. People I bet you this movie's getting during this month, it's getting played like fucking crazy. Fucking gangbusters on this shit. I tried to make myself laugh a few times throughout the film, but I just couldn't. What'd he do? He's trying to like tickle himself. That's tickle your balls or something. I believe the film's cast and Netflix marketing gave this film much more exposure than it truly deserved. I guess. I mean, it's his typical Adam Sandler cast. I don't know. I don't see what you're talking about there. I've heard this comes up in a few other reviews. Like what? Kevin James? Maya Rudolph? What are you talking? Tim Meadows? Like what are you talking about? That's his typical shit cast. You know, and then they always throw in what's his name? Steve Buscemi. And he is a good actor, but he never does anything. He never does anything good anymore. I enjoyed a lot of Sandler films in the 90s and early 2000s, but this film was completely horrible. I hope Sandler is able to provide better quality films in the future, but for now, this is the content we are forced to view. You're not forced to view anything. This is Netflix. You could go watch fucking The Hills, Haunted Hill, Mike Flanagan shit that's out right now. It's probably pretty awesome. Which I probably should have done that. Probably should have done that. The House Usher built or something. Mike Flanagan is a great director. I definitely think that's probably what to watch right now. Probably that's it. Another one out of 10. Mean Spirit and Cruel movie where an entire town bullies what seems like a DD person, and they're referring to a developmentally disabled person. And I agree with this. This is written by Jester. 2055 113954586. And he does do other reviews. He doesn't do just one. He likes to review stuff. He likes to write some shit down. He's got 18 reviews overall. He's on here. He's active. This is absolute garbage. And this is true, by the way. The whole movie opens up with kids throwing eggs at him for absolutely no reason. Like kids like wouldn't just I don't know. That kids just wouldn't throw eggs at like one person. I don't know. It's not like he's the janitor. He just comes around for Halloween. He's like the little Halloween monitor asshole. He's got a Halloween monitor sash on his shoulder right there. I don't know. He's a douche. This is just absolute garbage. The whole town, adults and kids alike, bully this guy relentlessly. How is this supposed to be funny? If you don't have a problem with that premise alone, you're a terrible person. You should not reproduce. Yeah, I mean, he gets bullied the most of the time. Using the voice and behaviors of a developmentally disabled person isn't funny. And again, it's cruel. Yeah, there's something truth to that too. You know, he's playing a character that's purposely slow and sort of not with it. But I think that's kind of been Adam Sandler's deal. I mean, remember Waterboy? Wouldn't you say Waterboy felt developmentally disabled? Like, no questions asked on that? Like, was? So much potential with the big budget and supporting cast. Too bad someone allowed Adam Sandler to portray this kind of pitiful and relentless targeted character. Come on, bro. Retired this retired the stupid played out voice and stick to making funny movies with the characters aren't a joke. The story is. Yeah, well, you're right. Yeah. I mean, he can't help himself. He's Adam Sandler, right? That's something you gotta realize. This is Adam Sandler. This isn't Robert Duvall. Another one. 1 out of 10. Vaguely offensive tropes. Exactly. This kind of plays off the other one. This is from Emily Cobden 96. I'm so tired of Adam Sandler movies where he thinks it's hilarious to portray a disabled character, and that'll be all the laughs in the film. You know, it's actually very typical of him. Even Jill from Jack and Jill is sort of like such an outsider role that she is almost. She's not disabled or special, but she kind of is that. You know, it's like if someone was like that, they'd be such an outskirt to society that it's like, why are you trying to make fun of someone like that? It's almost mean. And then, yeah, we got Waterboy and Little Nicky also kind of, I would say, probably developmentally disabled. He likes to make fun of retards, I guess. I mean, hey, we do too, Adam. Believe me. You're not alone on that. That all I have to say is, and a lot of these people are taking this too seriously because, you know what, man? People with Down syndrome are funny. They're living good lives. They're funny.
I'm retarded?
That's exactly how I feel when I look in the mirror. Exactly how I feel.
Knock those together. No.
Holy shit!
Jesus. Bobby, stop! Bobby, stop!
Stop. Vaguely offensive tropes. Oof. Yeah. Oh, definitely. This film had one tone all the way through. I'd hoped it would have elements of Zoolander. Why would it have elements of Zoolander? This is an Adam Sandler movie. Ben Stiller is actually kind of funny and kind of I mean, Ben Stiller's got a good track record for comedy films, so I don't know what you're talking about. But it fell completely flat. I guess he's just confusing everyone. I mean, you might as well. A bunch of Jews, right? It was so awful and not even that funny, kind of awful. It was just a never-ending array of boring and offense. I was so let down as the cast was huge and great part of Sandler's. However, his comedy portrayal of disability honestly corrupted any funny moments. I couldn't wait for this film to end. Same here. I couldn't finish the movie. I turned it off on my phone, which was how this movie's meant to be watched. Meant to be watched on a phone where you turn off. Yeah. I don't get what people like about this cast. I mean, Maya Rudolph, Tim Meadows, like, what do you see? What are you talking about? Like, this has come up a few times. I don't know what people are talking about with that. This is not a good cast. I mean, I would so go far as to say this is a bad cast. Another 1 out of 10. What have I just watched? This is how I felt. It's from Bradders 27445. Quite the original name. I like that number combo, Bradders. I guess his name is Brad. Also from October 2020. So this was when it came out, right around Halloween. 6 days. 6 days ago, 3 years to the date. What have I watched? I haven't ever watched anything like this before. Me either. What is with this voice? Where are the funny bits? I think this is one of the worst movies I've ever seen. Yeah. No, you're right, Brad. This is it's up there. I mean, I'll say this, there are worse movies. There are way worse movies. Jack and Jill is way worse, so don't forget that, man. Jack and Jill is way worse. Way worse.
You sure about that? You sure about that? That's why? You sure it wasn't because after the thing that happened to me, no one could look at me without dying laughing? You sure about that? You sure about that's not why?
Next thing here is personal favorite, Halloweentown II. Who doesn't love a good Halloweentown movie? I found out that most people like this movie on IMDb. This is a very liked movie. I couldn't find many 0 reviews or 1 out of star. Like I couldn't find 1 out of 10 reviews, and I was like, you know what? They're not wrong. Halloweentown's good. Halloweentown 1 and 2. You got the Kalabar coming back. You got the mainstays coming back. You got Marnie, Kimberly J. Brown, who I don't know whatever happened to her. Probably face down and gutter. You got Sophie back. You got the brother, Joey Zimmerman. You got all their mainstays. You got Debbie Reynolds, R.I.P. Debbie Reynolds, R.I.P. Carrie Fisher. Died like within a few days of each other. I always liked Debbie Reynolds. I think this character of hers, playing like the witch mom, I think really fit her. I wanted to say this was 90s, but it is early 2000s. This is post 9/11. This was like the building was still burning when they released this off Disney. That's typical Disney, right? Cash in on that 9/11 bodies burning. That sounds like Disney. Mary Lambert directed this. I'm trying to think, what did Mary Lambert do? That sounds familiar, that name. I'm gonna say it's actually more familiar than I think. Like, especially with Halloween stuff. I'm trying to think. It's like I'm looking at it on IMDb. Did she do Pet Sematary? Is she the director of Pet Sematary? That's like my first thought. All right, let's see. Hold on. I think I'm right. First off, she did Nasty from Janet Jackson. She was a music video director for a while, which, they actually do pretty good stuff because you got to tell a story quick. And I kind of like that. Like, if you know how to pace something in a music video, especially during the 80s where it actually would make good stuff, do some pacing, then ain't bad. Ain't that bad. She did some Tales from the Crypt. She did Pet Sematary 2. So, all right. So, hold on. This is making me think. All right. Yeah, she did. She did Pet Sematary 1, the 1989 movie Pet Sematary. That's her movie. She's not a bad director. This also kind of makes me wonder, as like the pacing of this movie is not bad. She must know what she's doing. Ain't bad. Again, it's a Disney movie, so take for what it is. The plot is a young witch and her grandmother work together to foil the plans of the wicked warlock's son before he can use powerful spells to create chaos in the world. That world is Halloweentown, a ridiculous made-up world where everyone is permanently in Halloween. Sounds a little bit like Tim Burton might have stole from this, or maybe vice versa. Maybe Tim Burton took a time machine with Henry Selick to steal from this movie. I can see that. They went to the future a little bit. Hottest stars of the week, by the way, are related to, like I said, that house that Usher built. Gugino coming in there hot. Let's watch the trailer for Halloweentown. I know you can't wait to watch this. This is a classic. Halloweentown 2, by the way, Kalabar's Revenge. This isn't your grandfather's Kalabar. This is a new Kalabar.
Someone has to take my place as head of the Cromwell line. And can give you whatever you want. It's going to be real witches and warlocks. Becoming the head of the Cromwell witches takes commitment, Sophie. She can't live in both worlds. She has to choose. Just go to Halloweentown for a year. That's going to become her life. You're going to be a stranger in this.
Holy Smiths right there. I think we're going to get cut off with the music, so I'm going to try to cut this off a little bit. Oh my god. The YouTube Sentinels will be after me in any time now. Let's see. The music is what's get you.
Do the thing with your door. It's not supposed to be there when we have guests.
I'm not. All witches were as pretty as you, they'd have a better reputation.
I don't know if it is the Smiths or if it is Morrissey, but I can recognize that gay voice anywhere.
Meaning you is everything I hoped it would be.
Is this some kind of joke? As goes the jack-o'-lantern, so goes Halloweentown.
You know what's funny with this 90s, or like, I guess it's, when is that song came out? I'm the sun, I'm the air. Oh god, I gotta look it up. I'm the Sun, I'm the Air by Morrissey came out. Is this late 80s? Holy shit, when is this? When is this song? It's called How Soon Is Now. It's written in this was 1984. And but you know what's funny to me? I guess I maybe I discovered it more in the 90s, that song, but probably from a movie that used it. I'm trying to think like a movie that used it. I know it's been used a lot. I'm trying to see, where has it been used? Where has that shit been used? But it makes this whole trailer feel like super 90s grunge, even though that's a couple years off.
Do I know you? You? Yeah. Whoever cast this gray spell knew it would have passed my suitcase and knew we'd come to investigate. You're Kalabar's son.
I guess I inherited my father's attraction.
By the way, the mom in this is what's the bitch? She's from Ninja Turtles, the first movie, where she plays April O'Neil. This is the return of April O'Neil to the big screen, the Disney screen.
The Cromwell witches. And my father tried to bring the creatures of Halloweentown back as rulers of the human race. You Cromwells brought everyone against it, and then you destroyed it!
Wow. What a great trailer. What a great trailer. Come on. Give it up. Give it up for Hubie Halloween. Oh, shit. I'm on the wrong... Oh, my God. Got the wrong thing up here. Give it up for Halloweentown II. Jesus Christ. I'm all over the place tonight. That's my fault. My fault. Got that brown liquor in me. Halloweentown II. Oh. I kind of hope that was a fan-made trailer. Yeah, there's got this weird troll character who's kind of a romance character. It's very strange. This guy's in it. Also made me think, I was wondering how they did the gray stuff. If they actually had an effect filter, or if they did the Pleasantville thing where they're like, oh, we can isolate orange. So they did it. Or if this was like everything in here is actually makeup, which would be even cooler. Could kind of see that. Everything is makeup. That'd actually be like more practical and awesome. Probably look realer. Debbie Reynolds there. I mean, wow. How wholesome is Debbie Reynolds? This was back when things were okay. Shrunken head. You got this weird troll makeup going on. We got him. This is a typical 90s look here too. Yeah, this doesn't feel 2001. This is, I guess it's that turn of the decade where it still feels 90s. Like, look at these fucking people. Like, look what everyone's wearing here. It feels like 96. Feels like 96 to me, guys. But let's look at the first review. This is a 10 out of 10. This is a 10 out of 10 review. Because come on. This is Halloweentown II Kalabar's Revenge. 2001 TV movie from the Disney Channel. Back when it was no Disney Plus shit back then. This is the Disney Channel. Robin Powell writes, good movie. September 12th, 2005. Post 9/11. I really enjoyed all three Halloweentown movies. Oh my God, she's spoiling that there's a third movie. So we know, yeah, there is a third movie. I've never seen the third movie. I'm not in the know about the third Halloweentown. You know what? Now I got to put it on. Got to do an in-depth review of Halloweentown 3. Really enjoyed all three Halloweentown movies, though the only thing missing from Halloweentown High was Marnie's friend Luke. Maybe he's too old to be in high school. Oh my God. This girl must be like 17 at the time. Maybe he's too old to be in high school anymore. That doesn't mean he couldn't have come over to give some moral support. Winking, smiley face. These movies maybe have come over to give some moral support. Wait, oh God, I'm reading the wrong thing. These movies may be intended for kids, but I really enjoyed them! Exclamation mark. When the first two came to TV. I taped them and had a neighbor copy them on the you're dating yourself there, Robin. When the when the first two movies came out on TV, I taped them and had a neighbor copy them onto a few more VCR tapes for other kids I knew. Oh God. Imagine like the kid who got the third tape that it was like taped 3 different times. You got that shitty quality VCR. Oh God, no one's gonna even remember this anymore. Yeah, it used to when you would, copy a tape, you'd get some degrading. So when you got to the third time, you'd have a really degraded tape. If you know anything about wrestling tapes, I had these wrestling tapes that were so degraded because it was a copy of a copy of a copy of a copy of a copy. You'd get all that shit. It was degrading. I mean, it was degrading multiple ways. A Halloween movie that not all at all scary, something I enjoy. I can't wait to buy all 3 movies on DVD because back then, by the way, DVD was new. Smiley face with a nose. I'm having someone I know who lives in the US. Oh God, this person's fucking foreign. Everything's coming to light with this person. I feel like I'm discovering this whole. What are they French? I'm discovering this whole person's life. I hope they're from the UK. I'm having someone I know who lives in the US pick up a copy of each movie for me and mail it to me. Though I'm the only one with the I'm the only one with a VCR copy of Halloween High. What is Halloween High? And one day I hope to pass the 3rd installment on to all the neighborhood kids. By the way, person's definitely British. By the way, they spell neighborhood. We don't fucking put a U in our fucking neighborhood spelling. So you fucking sick British fucks. Yeah, but I hope to put the 3rd installment onto all the neighborhood kids since I know they enjoyed both Halloweentown 1 and 2. Wow. This person's like got the pulse of the neighborhood kids. It's creepy and wholesome at the same time. Robin Powell. I mean, let's go on to see what I gotta now see. Like, what has Robin Powell done? Now, they've been a 19-year member, but this is Halloweentown High. All right, they're a big Halloweentown supporter here. They've actually only reviewed a couple movies. They're excited about a He-Man movie coming out to DVD. All right, this is an old school person. Love Halloweentown, the first one. They actually keep writing the same title. Good movies, good movies, good movies. Halloweentown High. Oh, it looks like they're the same review, actually. Same review for all 3. Recent check-ins, they checked in on the help. Okay. I support Robin Powell. Hopefully they're still alive. Hopefully they're still kicking. Could have been like an 80-year-old grandma in that neighborhood that tried to turn everyone on to Halloweentown. Like, yeah, sure, we liked it. It was fun. Halloweentown by NYC Bound 4. I hope they made it there. I've been there. You want to get out. Believe me. Don't want to stay there too long. Now, this is a person who's only done 1 review. They've been an IMDb member for 18 years, but their 1 review was this. The classic. Halloweentown 2, Kalabar's Revenge. The 2001 TV movie from Disney Channel. This was back when it was Disney Channel, not Disney Plus, Disney Channel. They write the best. It's from October 19th, 2005. This is not a quote bad movie, quote, at all. I've never watched the movies at all until like a week ago. I thought the movie was very good. All caps very. It was one of the best movies I've seen. Oh God. No one showed this guy any Scorsese movies. I want their best movie to be Halloweentown 2. That's the high watermark for this guy. NYC Bound. That's the high watermark. I thought it would also be a very good plot. Marnie Cromwell had to save her family before it was too late, and she did. Well, what do you think was going to happen? It's not a remake. It's a sequel. Yeah. It was a very good continuation of what I can. It was a very good continuation of what I can understand, even though I've never seen the first one. This is my first time watching the second one. So you don't know about if this was a good continuation or not. You have no clue. You have no clue, NYC Bound 4. You have no clue. But by the way, you were right. That's the funny thing is 4 out of 5 people found this helpful because you were right. You were right. This is a very good continuation. I thought it was very weird how when Marnie met Luke and didn't know he was really evil, so he stole Aggie's spell book and used it against them. So the movie was very excellent, and I would recommend it to anyone and everyone. I mean, did you find people on the street and let them know Halloweentown Kalabar's Revenge is pretty good? Hey, you know what? You stop at a stop sign, you roll your windows down and said, "Hey, you know what? Halloweentown 2 Kalabar's Revenge. It's really good. I recommend it. It's excellent." I hope you did that, NYC Bound. I can only hope. I can only pray and hope. Now this person, oh my god, this is like a Halloweentown fanatic. Just because I know the username, this is a deep cut. The name of this user is Witch Marnie 1. She's referring to Marnie Cromwell, the main character of the Halloweentown 1 and 2. I don't know if they brought her in 3. I don't know if she's in Halloweentown High. I never saw that. I'm a Halloween. I'm a true fanatic where I've only seen Halloweentown 1 and 2. They write the best movie ever. Okay. Again, they've never seen a Scorsese movie. They've never seen any Tarantino movies or David Lynch or Orson Welles. Hitchcock. Let's throw them out there. Let's bring up Halloweentown 2 as the best movie ever. July 29th, 2003. They didn't even watch this around Halloween time. They were just all in. They're like, I don't give a shit if it's Halloween or not. I love fucking Marnie Cromwell. I think this is the best Marty Cromwell. I think this is the best movie ever because when I saw Halloweentown, I totally loved it. And then when I saw Halloweentown 2, Kalabar's Revenge, I totally loved it too. Who would have thought? And if you haven't seen the first Halloweentown, then you probably won't understand Halloweentown 2, Kalabar's Revenge. Asterix, Marnie Cromwell, Asterix. Okay. She loves Marnie Cromwell. Let's see what she's reviewed. Just this movie. Well, you know what? You got good taste, Marty Cromwell. She's a big fan. She's a Halloweentown super fan. Now we're going to get into where people start to give some negative reviews on this. And you know what? I think these people don't know how to have fun. I feel like one of those these 10 out of 10 reviewers that say like, you don't know how to live if you want to be critical towards Adam Sandler. But yeah, this is from Bob Lipton. Let's just look at Bob Lipton. What has he done? Has he done some things? Or has he just reviewed Halloweentown? So we're kind of hitting the time where it seems like they just review Halloweentown. Makes you start to wonder, right? But Boo to You 2. Okay, that's how they titled this. All right. I don't really get it. In the second of 4 movies. Oh my god, this guy's coming at it late. Oh, this guy wrote this in 2022. This guy wrote it last year. Jesus. He's new to Halloweentown. That might be why he doesn't like it. The second of 4 movies and about the little world created where witches, zombies, gremlins, and so forth don't have to put up with the bigotry of mortals. A strange curse has come upon the place. That's the gray, black, and white thing. With the big glowing pumpkin turned into a gray wall and all the inhabitants being reduced to black and white. Can teenage witch Sabrina, I think you got the wrong thing. I mean, Kimberly J. Brown. You're talking about Marnie. That's Marnie Cromwell. Let's not refer to her actor name. Come on. This is an inside baseball. Save the day with the help of her siblings and grandmother Debbie Reynolds. Come on. That's the other Cromwell witch. Let's bring in that. Let's bring in the title characters. Come on. Of course you can. This is a Disney Channel movie. The special effects include the same great prosthetics as the predecessor, which I agree. You know what? There are interesting prosthetics. There's masks. There's noses. It was actually nice when you see something that's real and human. And they use computer-generated effects to have the lead characters in color while everyone else is in black and white, like a TV drug commercial or Lake Pleasantville. The movie is pleasant. Oh god, pleasant seasonal fluff for those of us that like getting candy corn and circus peanuts in our trick or treat bags. Who's that? I don't think anyone likes getting that. That's the crap of the crap, man. Let's not beat around the bush, right? I don't know what you've done, Bob Lipton, but you sound terrible. You sound apathetic to life. And believe me, when you watch Halloweentown, you don't want any of that. You want to keep that at home. Keep that at home. This is Halloweentown, man. This ain't fucking Compton Town. This ain't Goblin Town. I ain't in the Hobbit watching some fat goblin sing. Here's another one. This is from Lisa for DA. This is oh my god, this is a warning, spoilers. So you got to remember, there might be some spoilers here. I might have to put a spoiler thing here on a movie from 2001, which is now 22 years ago? Yeah. 22 years ago. Got to deal with it. Halloweentown II, Kalabar's Revenge, written by Lisa for a Day. They write, not a bad sequel, October 25th, 2020. Okay, so this is a recent review. So this is 5 out of 10. I couldn't find many 0 out of 10s or 1 out of 10, so this is a 5. Halloweentown 2, Kalabar's Revenge is a sequel to the 1998 Disney Channel original movie. Because, by the way, that's how smart I am right there. I was able to piece that together really quick. The DCOM, Disney Channel original movie. Come on. Give me credit. Give me some credit. Give me some street cred. Give me some Demi Reynolds street cred. Some Xenon, the future girl, teenage girl street cred. You ever seen Xenon? Starring Demi Reynolds and Kimberly J. Brown. I believe that's referring to Marnie Cromwell. Let's keep her called Marnie Cromwell. Marnie has a Halloween party where she meets a boy named Cal, and his father Alex have just moved in next door to her place. However, Cal turns out to be Kalabar. Who would have thought? His first name being Cal, and steals a magic book to transform all the mortals into monsters on Halloween night. Will Marnie save the day? Question mark. Overall, I thought it was good. Reminds me of an episode of Ghostbumps, The Haunted Mask. This isn't like The Haunted Mask at all. But I see that Disney re-released Goosebumps, so it's something it's on my radar as a man-child to maybe watch Goosebumps. So, yeah. It's on my radar, as sad as that is. Can it get sadder? We don't know. We'll find out, right? Probably can. Oh, we probably can. Next review here is from Modoc. I want to say Modoc. MDoc. Modoc. MDoc. 1 out of 10. 24th October 2018. So you're out of your element. Come on. If you're not a old school Halloweentown fan here. Come on. Okay, look. I like Halloween movies. But it's just this movie's trash. The script was annoying and boring. This person read the script? You read the script? What are you talking about? The characters have no personality. I mean, this script could be brilliant. We don't know. It's how it's executed, right? Script was annoying and boring. The characters have no personality whatsoever besides Dylan's cliche nerd personality. I believe that's the brother. That's the little brother. He's kind of like the nerd character. And this movie made me want to die. All right, come on. Stop taking Halloweentown 2 too seriously there, bro. There are too many things wrong with this movie to care enough about to count. So I'll just leave it there. Wow. This movie really hit the surface for them. I guess it was just a bad experience. I mean, fuck. I mean, that's sort of how I felt when I watched Hubie Halloween. So I kind of get you on that. I've seen Hubie Halloween.
Trick or treat, motherfucker.
Trick or treat, motherfucker. Last thing here. Last thing's last. I want to talk about everyone's favorite Munsters movie by Rob Zombie. Last year, I watched this. This is a movie I've actually seen. I've seen it all the way through, and you know what? I didn't hate it. Didn't hate it. Didn't hate it at all. I mean, I think it's a ridiculous movie, and I don't think it's a good movie. But sometimes bad movies can be kind of fun, and I felt like this was kind of fun. It was very campy to the point of like extreme campiness. So, if that's not your bag, then you won't like this. And again, it's not a good movie, so I wouldn't blame anyone for being like, "Oh, this is god awful." But it was kind of fun for what it was. It was fucking ridiculous and crazy, and Rob Zombie can make some interesting stuff. So here's the trailer, and you got that old Universal logo. Love that.
Rob Zombie, the director of House of a Thousand Corpses, Halloween, and The Devil's Rejects, brings you the greatest love story ever told.
Oh, I don't like the sound of that.
Think of it. The brain of a super genius transplanted into the body of a perfect physical specimen.
I want a man that makes my blood run cold. A man that every time he enters my crypt, it's like a stake through my dead black heart.
I can whip you up a humpy down in the lab.
Oh no. Remember what happened last time?
He was battered.
I'm gonna go.
Okay.
Looking for a vision, a queen, true love.
What exactly do you want?
Is Herman Munster in there? I knew the moment I laid eyes on you that you were special. I understand if you don't feel the same. I'm just a regular gal living a boring, normal life.
If there's one thing I know, is that the rest of the world melted away as soon as you appeared in my life.
It seems Miss Lily is truly in love.
Oh, come on. You know and I know that we got to get rid of that bozo Herman Munster.
Greetings from Transylvania. That's a strange way of saying hello.
Oh, I guess we're gonna have to get used to it.
How awesome is that fucking surf rock weird music? Fucking love it. It's awesome. It's that soundtrack's so good. That theme song's fucking great. This is back when they actually made good theme songs and cared about stuff. Cared about making a theme song. That's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. I like it. Yeah. Actually makes us when I watch this trailer, it makes me realize actually maybe I like this more than I thought. The colors of this movie are fucking cool. Like the colors are so bright and kind of cool. Like I like that. It reminds me of like Tim Burton before he realized he was Tim Burton, kind of like it had the vibe of Tim Burton, but not all the way, not dialed up to 11. Like that's what I like about old Tim Burton, like Beetlejuice and Pee Wee Herman's Big Adventure and Ed Scissorhands, Ed Wood. These are very Tim Burton movies, but they're not dialed up to 11 like now, where you got Charlie and Chocolate Factory and Alice in Wonderland bullshit. This was kind of straddling that line. It's a good line. I want to talk about people as I saw this was the most recommended review, and I kind of agree. Like when I was reading this, I was like, you know what, I totally agree. I think like this is where I would give this movie like a 6 out of 10, where it's maybe I'd even give this like a 6 out of 5, just in that borderline watchable level. It's just there. So they write 6 out of 10. I kind of like this movie. This is October 2022. So this is when I saw this movie. Okay, so I understand the negative reviews, and believe me, I do too. I get it because it's fucking wacky, and it's kind of childish, and it doesn't feel like it was meant to be anything more than what it is. But yeah, it was pretty cheesy and dumb, and the script was lacking. Oh god, these people they read the script, huh? I wonder anyone who writes like the script, like did you read the script? Like, what are you talking about? Did you work on this movie? Like, I don't get it. Some people trying to hype themselves up. 34 people out of 44 found this helpful, by the way. If you compare it to the original, and you will be very disappointed. Yeah, I mean, it's not the same thing as the monsters. It's way different vibe. A modern vibe, right? If modern is like you're in the 70s. It's almost like it's the 70s version of the monsters. Like the late 70s version of the monsters, which is Rob Zombie's era. He likes that late 70s rock era. You can watch Devil's Rejects and know exactly what I'm talking about. Loves that shit. Loves that late Leonard Skinner 70s era. Get that southern rock in there. Still, I was somewhat entertained and got a few laughs out of it, as did I. The acting wasn't great, but I did think the lead actor who plays Herman was pretty good. I was thinking that he's very good. He actually in that movie is really good. Even in the trailer, you can see it. He's actually a likable character. He's definitely good. Everyone else is kind of like, eh. Grandpa is good because he kind of feels like the old grandpa. The Sharon Mood zombie is that Nepo part. Just, as always, it's Rob Zombie. He's got to put her in there, as per usual. I got most laughs from him, which I agree. The actress who played Lily left a lot to be desired. That's Sherry Moon Zombie. And Grandpa was meh. Yeah, because he's basically just the character of before, and they didn't really give him much. Sets were kind of cool. Got me in the Halloween spirit. That's also what I agree. It's like this kind of Halloween spirit that's kind of goofy and fun, more like for kids and not like horror-y. So it's like, you know, there was always those Halloween walkthroughs that were like either they were scary, scary Halloween walkthroughs or they were like that goofy Halloween walkthrough. This is like the goofy Halloween walkthrough. So that it hit on that. And I'll agree that the use of green lighting was overkill. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of overly neon lighting in this, and then overly bright colors in certain areas, which were weird, but I didn't mind it. Would I see it again? No. I actually was thinking I might watch this again. When I watched that trailer, I was like, I kind of want to put it on in the background. I'll have it on in the background while I don't know, look at sports or something. Be up at late watching sports statistics. I could do that. I could have that on there for October. I wouldn't do it outside of that. I actually kind of have a feeling this movie's gonna be kind of cult. This is gonna almost be like a little bit of a cult movie in years to come. Reminds me of almost of like the Halloweentown people who like it. I would see them liking kind of something like this, or maybe you're a little more alternative, but same type of people, No, but it wasn't as bad as I expected. That's exactly what I thought when I saw this trailer. I thought it was embarrassing. Everyone was making fun of this. This was last year. Everyone was making fun of this movie. And it wasn't that bad. So I'm split down the middle on this. It could have been much worse. Could have been much better. But in the end, it could have been much worse, is what they said. And this is from Tiki Tim 76520. Do they do a lot of reviews? Let's see. Yeah, they do. They do some reviews. I agree. Halloween Ends sucked. It seems like they've stopped their reviews, but you know what? They got quite a bit of review. They got 39 reviews. They almost 40 reviews. So they're active on here. Can't blame them. Can't blame them for trying. What's this one from Ronnie L? Ronnie L. This is a 10 out of 10. This is where it starts to get into that vibe of like, are these people crazy? When you read these 10 out of 10s, you're like, are they fucking nuts? My family loved this movie. What kind of fucking family do you have, by the way? You got like a weird Rob Zombie green lighting family. Likes the Monster Mash a little too much. You guys got Monster Mash on repeat. This is written by Ronnie L. My family loved this. September 30th, 2022. So about the day this was released. This was released a little before Halloween. The month of Halloween. It was a little before October. I was unsure how I'd feel about this movie. I didn't get what it was expected at all. In fact, what I got was a pleasant surprise when thinking about Rob Zombie's previous movies. I even let my children watch it, and they loved it. I mean, from what I saw, even in the trailer, it'd be like, yeah, this is pretty family friendly. It's witty, it's cute, it's entertaining. It brings a new spin to the monsters. I feel as though this movie is getting poor ratings because of who made it, Rob Zombie, and people cannot look over past comparing the characters to the original series or wanting an unusual Rob Zombie horror flick. Yeah, I don't think he was going for that at all. Which I commend on someone who wants to do something different. That is cool. It's not his typical movie, and I'm sure he can make another typical Rob Zombie horror movie when he wants. Because believe me, there are independent horror movies that are getting made that are fucking shit, and they're getting funded. He can do whatever the fuck he wants. So even though he's not been that successful, everybody's like, oh, he's fucking in director jail because of Halloween. No, he can do whatever the fuck he wants horror wise. Come on. That shit, people will fund that. It's Rob Zombie. There's no typical Rob Zombie gore, foul language, or cringy, uncomfortable moments. Okay. Rob Zombie movies are uncomfortable. You got those family of, I think they're kind of singers or like a family band being tortured by the Devil Rejects in the hotel. So that was uncomfortable. Definitely. My family and I, you wouldn't want to show that with the family. My family and I shared many giggles. This is a giggly family. And we hope to see a second movie or a series come to life. But guess what? That's not happening. We are left wanting more. All right. So they're ready for more. I think you're the only ones. I mean, I wouldn't say I was expecting a sequel from this movie or anything else. I mean, you know what? It wouldn't be, actually, I will say this. It wouldn't be bad seeing, like a 10, maybe less, maybe like a 6-episode series kind of from Rob Zombie on this. It would be kind of fun. Make it really goofy and campy and kind of how the Monsters was. And I think I would like it. 10 out of 10. This is from NJKZPDPJ. The typical. That's a famous reviewer right there. I knew right away. So, by the way, we know right away they don't know how to spell. I knew right away that Rob Zombie's The Munsters would get mixed reviews and probably get a lot of bad ones. I feel like this is the case with all his new movies, that I feel like it takes a certain kind of person, a true lover of macabre, horror, gore, and everything monster to love Rob Zombie work. That being said, I personally grew up watching The Addams Family, The Munsters. I love those shows. I absolutely love Rob Zombie's, quote, The Munsters, exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark. It was silly fun. It was done with bright colors and so many hat-off moments to the old monster movies. The hat was off. The hat was off. I agree. I laughed a whole lot, and my whole family loved it as well. We had a huge one. And we have a huge one. Okay. I guess he's talking about a cock or a family. I don't know. It was nice to see smiles and laughter as we watched Herman Munster and his zany character, played by Jeff Daniel Phillips. I loved his version and what he brought to the table. I agree. He was actually really good. Daniel Roebuck as the Count, Grandpa, did not disappoint! Exclamation mark. He was just he wasn't like anything different. He was just sort of there as the grandpa role we all remember. So, I mean, I guess that's a plus. He did such a great job with that character. Sharon Zombie was a perfect Lily. Her portrayal of Yvonne de la Carlos, Lily, was just magnificent, in addition to bringing in her own portrayal. She definitely brought in her own portrayal. It was a little goofy. I mean, I don't particularly find her good in any way, but yeah, she's there, which is what you could probably say for most of Rob Zombie. She's there. The addition of Richard Blake as Dr. Henry Augustus Wolfgang and Jorge Garcia as Floop really added to the appeal and the humor. I agree. I actually kind of like there was like a 70s werewolf guy and a 70s Frankenstein doctor. I thought they were kind of cool. I also really liked how Sylvester McCoy as Igor. Oh, there you go. An old Doctor Who character right there. Sylvester McCoy. He played Radagast in The Hobbit. It was actually one of the better characters in The Hobbit. Just from slight performances alone. So, yeah, Sylvester McCoy. With the humor presence he added, Lester the Werewolf, played by... Okay, this is the werewolf guy. Lester the Werewolf, played by Thomas Boykin, was a really cool addition. He brought a fun feel to the movie. I felt making it a beginning movie, a love story about Herman and Lily, start was a perfect idea. It was cool watching a movie of this kind with a huge monster flair. All right, you want that monster flair? You're gonna get it from many places. I know what you mean. I hope one day Rob Zombie gets the recognition and understanding what he creates someday. I kind of feel like this movie will be a cult movie in the day. It's like I think this movie's gonna grow on people because it's so weird, and it's like it's a very Halloween movie. It's almost it looks like it's the epitome of like bad Halloween lighting that someone tries to do at their house, interpreted into a movie. So like I get it. It actually kind of works. You put this on in the background, it's kind of fun. It's almost I don't know. I kind of think it's actually the more I talk about it, actually more I like it. It kind of grows on me that this is just like a goofy, bright purple green Halloween movie. And it's fun. It's if you're young, it's if you're into the Halloween era and young stuff, and you still get some Rob Zombie references along the way. It's all cool. Sadly, most society, think just will not get it. It's not possible. But like I said, my family and I loved it. This is a weird family, another weird family. I guess there's a couple of families out there that love some weird Rob Zombie purple green puke highlighted bright color movies. We will definitely be rewatching and putting on our most loved category. Okay, you love it. We love it. Okay, we get it. You love it. You love it. Now we're gonna get into the bad stuff. Gonna get into that bad stuff. We're gonna yuck your yum right there. It's gonna happen. It's unfortunate, but it's gonna happen. That's the day and age we live in, right? People gotta yuck that yum, which is unfortunate. I've been thinking about that because you know, when we do these reviews, things I always kind of think like I don't care if you don't like Ahsoka or if you like it. Like if you like it, you like it. I'm not trying to say don't like it. I'm trying to say I didn't like it. Yeah. I didn't like Hubie Halloween or whatever. Hubie Halloween. I don't know what the fuck you want to call it. I didn't like it at all. But again, if you want to like it and you're a kid, if I was a dumb kid, I probably would have liked it. Because I liked a lot of stupid shit as a kid. So believe me, I liked fucking Halloweentown. Like, so maybe it's just the day and age you're born. I mean, that kind of shit. You never know. You never know. I liked the Santa Claus. I remember as a kid with Tim Allen. I'm sure that movie sucks if I ever watched it. I wouldn't want to watch it. But this is a 1 out of 10. The Munsters from JP7570. Yeah, they all sound like robots when you do that. All sound like robots. Who exactly was this reboot made for? I do agree. I do understand what you're saying here, and I understand. This is a complete disaster from start to finish. Rob Zombie has better credentials with other efforts. This one doesn't know what it wants to be. It plays like a cartoon, including goofy movie, bright colors, buffoonish acting, even flat amateurish title graphics. Oh, that's so obvious. It's I know Red Letter Media made fun of that. It's like very bad graphics that could only be on purpose. It's like you don't do that if you weren't trying to do it on purpose. Which is again even more interesting to the movie itself, I have to say. It's like it makes me more interested in why. For those who remember the originals, when it was new, this is 2001 completely missed a dark humor mark. Yeah, I get it. It's not the same thing. Ain't the same thing. Yeah, and they're saying that Tim Burton's already trying to do this dark reboot backdoor type idea with Wednesday, and Wednesday did work. Wednesday was pretty good. I didn't dislike Wednesday. Wasn't my favorite thing. I think I liked her as an actress and a character more than I liked the show itself. I thought the story kind of sucked. I didn't really get much from the story. I thought the story was bad. Like one thing when I heard everyone like loving this, I was like, yeah, it's like I like her as Wednesday. I think she did a great job. And there's like one or two other characters that were like interesting, but the plot kind of sucked. Like that's what I thought. I was like, the plot was so weak in that Wednesday show. It only leaves I think you could do better with that whole show in a season 2 because the character is really good and the plot sucks. So just fix up that plot and everything would be kind of a little bit better. But that's JP7570's review. Sounds like a fucking robot. Jesus Christ. And here's our last review. Let's see this. Or is this our last review? Let me see. Yeah, this is our last review. My expectations were low, but wow. Okay, come on. XZKHMHZQ. what did they review? Did they review anything else? Is that they reviewed Hocus Pocus 2. They just like to shit on Halloween movies from 2022, I guess. Which they like Hocus Pocus 2. Okay. I've watched both. And again, talking about product placement, Hocus Pocus has a scene and multiple reference to Walgreens in the movie. So keep that in mind. It's like basically a Walgreens commercial. My expectations were low, but wow, it's a serious shame for many unsuspecting people that this will be their first introduction to probably a final viewing to Herman, Lily, and Grandpa Monster. Yeah, I mean, you're talking about an IP that's been dead for like 60 years. So yeah, we're not surprised. I was fortunate enough to watch reruns of the show on Nick at Night as a kid, and same here. It's actually what I do remember. I liked it. It was always fun. There's a really hot daughter. There's a hot daughter monster. She's blonde, and she's the daughter monster. She looks like a 50s teenage girl, probably like in her 20s anyway. But she was always cute. Instead, we're treated to a zombies Halloween fever dream. It does feel like a Halloween fever dream. I do agree. The acting is horrible. I don't know if the acting is horrible. I think it's on point to be that. This acting horrible is like I think was on purpose. Herman comes off as arrogant, mean idiot instead of a sweet, intelligent, articulate, lovable oaf. I think he comes across actually as pretty lovable. I disagree with that. I wanted to like this movie, even though the set down was pretty fun and campy. It was. I mean, they're seeing what this movie was. It was about being fun and campy, and being like a green and purple Halloween movie. You know, that kind of bullshit. Like, let's get some fun. You know, this is not a bloody Halloween movie with crazy creepy fog and all that shit. No, this is just a fucking joke. It's a joke. And it was probably made for fun, and they probably had a fun time making this movie. And these people are taking it way too seriously. But I guess, you know what? I'm doing the same thing with Hubie Halloween. So who's the bigot there, right? This is typical Hollywood. You know, you don't know what to believe. What do they actually think? This is like the Weinstein stuff. Look at how much they cheered him on before he was found out to be this evil Halloween monster.
Before we begin, I just want to congratulate Harvey and his wife Georgina on the birth of their new baby boy.
Thank you.
Harvey gave us just what we needed, another him.
Finally, I'd like to thank Harvey Weinstein. The Punisher, that's his nickname. The Punisher, yes.
Harvey, if I keep thanking you in public, people will think we're having an affair. But nonetheless, if you're choosing sides in the playground before a scrap, I would like to have Harvey Weinstein and Graham King on my side.
Harvey Weinstein, Bob Weinstein.
But that's about it for us, guys. Yeah, we talked about a few things. We talked about, let me bring up my screenshot here. Talked about a few things. We had a fun time. We talked about Hubie Halloween. It's awful. Halloweentown 2. It's great. It's not great. The Munsters from 2022. Also probably not great. It's okay. And yeah, that was episode 52. Be sure to like us on Twitter. We're Twitter_wizard hat. Wait, no, I'm sorry, God. We're twitter.com/wizard_shack. Check us out there. We're on Tuesdays and Fridays at 8:45 p.m. Eastern Time. We'll be back then. We're gonna get a good Halloween special too. So be sure to check us out on Halloween. That's gonna be a big night for us. Trying to do something fun. Trying to figure it out. I gotta create the festivities. That's gonna be a part of it. Believe me, that'll be a part of it. So, with that being said, have a good night, guys, and happy pre-Halloween.